Hi, everybody. My name is Reverend Terri B, and I am from the Church of the Light, and I am an online uh, ministry and would like to welcome you to our daily visit. Now that everybody is kind of stuck in shelter in place, it is so important for us to keep in contact with everybody. I'd like to begin this by taking a moment, and I know all of you have one person or several people that you're worried about right now. And we're carrying that worry around with us, holding it in our hands, when what we really need to do is we need to release that worry and send those prayers up to our Heavenly Father, who can help us with that, because there are things that we're supposed to do and there's things that we're not supposed to do. And what we're supposed to do is right in front of us for the day. So let's take a moment and send those prayers and thoughts up to our Creator, and let our Creator take care of the things that He or she can take care of the best. So let's take a moment, and I'm thinking of someone, and if you want to say it out loud, you can. I'm thinking of Mary today, who has passed, and uh, uh, God be with you. Mary, you were a wonderful person on this earth, and I know that you're going to be a heavenly angel. But that doesn't mean that we're not sad, very sad. And we human beings right now are carrying so much sadness that it's just too much for us. So what we need to do is we need to release some of that. Um, Today we're going to talk about blame and playing the blame game. When horrible acts like this happen, we human beings are in a spot where it's either black or white, good or bad, evil or good, and it's so important for us to blame. We have to attach a cause or a fault regarding what's happening in our lives in order to get rid of some of that. Anger is a secondary emotion. We have to remember that if we're angry, that means that there's something came before the anger. And since we are pushing the anger, that means that we want to hide the first emotion. And usually that first emotion is fear, or grief, such sadness. Um, my fear is that I'm going to get this thing and I'm going to die. And uh, I don't know what your fear is, but that is my fear. And so the anger is who's in charge of all of this, who did all of this. And I don't think it's a who. I think it's probably just part of life. Certainly God did not cause this, but He is watching over us while it happens, and we have to remember that He can take care of us however He sees fit. Um, and I don't want to die. It's just that simple. I like my life. I love my life. I have a fabulous life, and I don't want to die right now. That doesn't mean that I don't believe in heaven or the afterlife or anything like that, but I just don't want to die. And so the fear is that I will, and it will be under the most horrific of non-normal situation, which is this coronavirus, where we hear little glimpses of people dying alone and being, going from zero to Zoom, or going from healthy to dead in 12 hours. And that certainly is a nightmarish thought. So that fear is inside of me, but I don't want to really talk about that part of it because I don't have any control over that part of it. But I do have control over who to blame. So who am I going to blame? I'm going to blame him or her or that country or that person or that monkey or that bat or whatever it was. It's easier to stay angry and point my finger at somebody else. I got to give up the blame game because it's crazy making. It'll make us completely insane. And I also have to stop blaming God, for this, because that's not the case. Uh, and if I did know who or what caused this, then what good would that knowledge do me? I mean, yeah, I could blame it and stay angry and seethe and maybe even, you know, kill somebody over it. But uh, in the long run, I'm going to have to forgive, because forgiveness is the only way I can save myself. And if I don't forgive and I don't move on, um, I'm going to eat myself up with anger and hate. And I've been there in my life before, and I don't want to be there again. So I have to release it all to God and give up the blame. And I don't know quite how to do that, because I'm a human and I hold on to things that are familiar to me. But what I know is that if I sit around being angry, I'm going to sit around being angry. It's law of physics, you know. So I need to get into some positive action. And that positive action is by prayer, meditation, doing a kindness for somebody else, doing a kindness for myself. Um, and so let's start with a prayer. And then after that, I'm going to get up and scrub my oven just for the fun of it. It might as well be me. I'm stuck here. And I have these perfectly good hacks from YouTube on using baking soda, which I found out about yesterday, and that's fabulous. So look that up on YouTube, how to clean using baking soda, because I have baking soda and I have a house. So while I do that, I'm going to say, God, see my actions as a prayer for all those that are suffering today, for myself, who is very scared about all of this. I know that the same loving God that is taking care of me today, took care of me yesterday, will take care of me tomorrow and always, regardless of what happens. Um, and I have to stay steadfast in that, because if I don't, I only have me. And me is small and petty and scared and angry. But if I ask God to work through me, then I am powerful and safe and loved and loving and kind and positive. That's the difference between me and God. And so I choose that. I choose the light today. So this is Terry, again, Reverend Terri B, Terry Baker from the Church of the Light online ministry. And tomorrow I hope we can visit again. I'll go ahead and get this posted to YouTube. So you take care today. I love you and I'm thinking about you, and hopefully we'll be able to visit again tomorrow. Pass this on if you want to contact me. It's Reverend Terri B at yahoo.com. And I hope to see you tomorrow. I love you and God bless you.